kind of hard to do by yourself. Might dent the hood. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Greg, if you didn't already know, and this is not G-Builds. Yeah, I'm actually changing the name of my channel. I mean, if I ever brought anybody onto the channel to help with the channel, it wouldn't just be me, it would be the other person. So G-Builds, it's G-Builds because my name is Greg, so we're changing it, and we're changing it to Daily Driven Rebuilds. That's right, Daily Driven Rebuilds. DDR, not Dance Dance Revolution, but DDR as Dance, no, Daily Driven Rebuilds. Daily Driven Rebuilds, not Dance Dance Revolution, DDR. Because on this channel, we're rebuilding daily drivers, like real daily drivers that the majority of us actually drive. There's another channel out there called Daily Driven Exotics where Damon and all of them guys driving around Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff, which is cool, and I love watching that channel, but I just think it'd be cool to have a channel called Daily Driven Rebuilds. That's gonna be the name of the channel. It should be changed by the time you're watching this video. That's enough about that. This windshield was only $89, and I got two, not one, but two tubes of urethane for $14. Yeah, $7 a piece. AutoZone likes to charge $35 a piece for one tube. $35 for one tube. And I got two for $14. If you see my other videos, I went to LKQ and I was gonna try to save some money and remove the windshield myself. The windshield would have been $30 if I would have got it at LKQ, but I tried to remove 3 different windshields. Every one of them cracked as soon as I started. So I knew that wasn't gonna work. I called around to 3 different big names here in Wichita. Safelite, for me to just go in there and pick up just the windshield, no services like removing the old windshield or installing this windshield, they were gonna charge me $260. That's right, $260. I called the windshield shop, also a big store here in Wichita. They wanted $160. No removal, no install, $160. I called Discount Auto Glass and Tire and they quoted me a price of $89 for just the windshield, which is a great deal, and I'm happy that I found them. And I'm actually inside right now in the kitchen because I want to clean this windshield and I don't want to clean it out there because it's a little dirtier out there and I don't really have a lot of room out there. If you see my videos, you know I don't have a lot of room in that garage. And it's a little cold out there, and when I put the sealer on this windshield, I'm actually gonna do it in here because I don't want the sealer to get cold. It won't adhere properly if it's under like 50 degrees or something. We're gonna clean the windshield inside in the warm temperature. I have the door open to try and help warm up the garage. I also have a heater out there, but it don't work very good. So, let's get to work! So now that we got our windshield all wiped down and clean, we can go out to the garage, we can scrape off the rest of the sealer that we need to scrape off. Apparently they say that you need to leave 1 to 2 millimeters thickness of the old urethane from the old windshield. You need to leave that and apply this urethane on top of it. I don't know why, that's just what they say. So right here you can see the old urethane right here. This is what used to hold the old windshield on. And I started to scrape a little bit, but you're gonna wanna leave some of it on there. And I gotta clean up all this old, dirty, nasty, and some glass in there. We gotta clean this up, and then we can set our new windshield down on top. Took this vent out because we got glass and dirt down in here. We're gonna clean that out before we put the windshield back on. It'd be a lot easier to do it right now than to do it with the windshield on, so. Much better. I didn't show you guys. I also cleaned the engine bay. It looks so much cleaner than it did. Almost looks new. But yep, that got done. Engine is clean. We're not leaking oil out of the valve cover anymore. All is well. So now we got a nice V-shaped bead all the way around the window. Using that manual cocking gun really works out your forearm. Our forearm's burning right now. That stuff's kind of hard to push out. We're ready to grab the windshield and stick it on there. Kind of hard to do by yourself. Might dent the hood. Now that we got our windshield back on, we're gonna go ahead and put on our trim pieces back on that go down here. We're gonna put our windshield wipers back on, and then we're gonna replace these trim pieces right here, and then we can finally pull her out of the garage and I don't have to keep her in here anymore. I think it's pretty much done. The only thing we didn't fix, the two different paint colors. They're close, but they're not, like, this is way darker than this, but it's just school car, work car, gas saver, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably drive it to work a couple times, put a for sale sign in the window. To sell this one, we can go pick up another Copart car. Now that we got this trim piece put back on, go ahead and put our wipers on. dash in here. The center console is disgusting. Like, who lets their center console get that nasty? Dirt and stains everywhere. We're gonna have to try to scrub these out. Oh, we still gotta replace that airbag. So we're about to go on our first test drive in the Copart car. Pretty much all back together. Besides the steering wheel airbag, which don't need that right now. We'll try to replace it before we sell it. It is looking clean. We got 2 paint differences. I'm not worried about that. I'm not painting it. It's not smoking anymore. Our valve cover gasket fixed the smoking problem. So we're on our first test drive here in the Ford Fusion. We got a little bit of a power steering noise from the power steering pump. Pretty sure we just got air in the system, but she gets up and goes. Runs great. We got it pretty cleaned up in here. Our power steering's working, but it just makes a noise when you turn coming from the pump. It's because there's air in the system. We gotta figure out how to bleed it. But it's working. Running good. We got an airbag light on, but that's obvious. So that was a good first test drive. It actually seems like the longer I let it run, the less the pump is making that noise. The more I drive it around and move the steering wheel, but that power steering pump's getting quieter, so I don't know. Maybe we won't have to bleed it or anything, and it'll just get quiet over time. It's running real good now. So we got our windshield on, we got our rear view mirror on, we got the center console cleaned up, we got this thing pretty cleaned up. We took our first test drive, which I think is successful. It runs good, it shifts good. So I think that's gonna be it for today. On the next one with this car, I'll probably be listing it online. It'll probably just be me selling it, seeing how much of a profit we make, if we make any at all, hopefully. But hey, we got some videos out of it, and the goal is to make a profit, but I really don't care. I just want to start on something new. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, stick around. I guess that's it for today, so peace.